Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name is Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7, Hotel November. I'd like to welcome you back to my shack here in the Pacific Northwest of Oregon. This is Ham Radio Live, show number 95. I'd like to invite you to please hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button helps people find us here in YouTube. It's important. That way people know we exist and how to learn about ham radio. I'll promise you, no ads here. Not going to be sitting there jumping on the skip ad button over and over again. I do it to give back. It's okay. Just my way of giving back. Thanks a lot for being here today. Want to tell you, we're going to be telling you a very special thing today that's not really covered much on YouTube. It's the correct connection for the Ameritron ALS 1306. Now, I pre-did this video. I didn't like it because it wasn't concise enough. I want to go quick and I want to make sure it's right. So indulge me a moment. This is important. If you have the ALS 1306, which is a 1.2 kilowatt amplifier that's made by Ameritron, take a look at it right here. Pretty powerful little bugger there. In fact, it'll go 1500 watts easy, but just don't do it. Don't know. 1200 is fine. Hi, Ward. Welcome, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta to the show. Thanks, my friend. Glad you're here. I mean that. That's truly an honor and a privilege. Thank you. All right, so when you're wiring this up, you've got your coaxial connection from your antenna to antenna 1 of your tuner. Remember, because the front of the MFJ 998 tuner has an antenna 1 and an antenna 2, hook it to antenna 1. Just make it simple, okay? Hook it to antenna 1. And then your second piece of coax is going to go from the RF input of the tuner to the RF out on the the Ameritron ALS 1306. Then from the 1306, you're going to take a second piece of coax, a jumper essentially, from RF in to the antenna input of your transceiver. So if you're running an ICOM 7300, just put it into your antenna input there in the back. Do the same thing with any other radio. Just screw it in, good to go. Kind of, not quite. There are some RCA jumpers that need to be attached here. Now, a lot of folks I know like the ARRL 704, but you don't need it if you're using the MFJ 998 auto tuner. The MFJ 998 will go all the way up to full legal limit. So you can run a full 1500 watts if you're using the 998 and then use it to the ALS 1306. So again, antenna tuner first from your outside antenna. Then you're going to run it right into your ALS 1306. It protects it because if your SWR is more than 2 to 1, that load coming back down could damage the finals. Instead, it gets diffused inside the 998 auto tuner. The tuner will protect the amplifier. That's why you do it. So from there, it'll go directly into your transceiver. And you'll need a couple of RCA connections. First one's going to go from the tuner directly into the rig. Now, this is how you'll key the amplifier to make sure it works, okay? Amp enable in is one of those RCA connectors. It needs to go directly to the back of your rig to an amp relay connector. It should be an RCA. You'll also need another RCA. It's going to connect from the tuner to the Ameritron 1306. That MFJ tuner, like in the 998's case, will say amp enable out. Hook the RCA cable from there right into the relay cable input on the back of the Ameritron ALS 1306. One more, and that's it. If you're running ALC, and you should, ALC is automatic level control. It's there to make your the amplifier just stay consistent, stay linear with your spoken word or whatever you're doing, your CW or your digital modes. ALC is important. You'll need to set that. You can set on the front of the ALS 1306. If you're running, say, for example, an Ameritron 811H or something like that, it's a set by a screw. It's a set by a screw on the back. You just tune it and turn it until you've got the power set correctly for your radio. That's it. Pretty simple. Now, they do sell an optional cable. If you take a careful look at the centerpiece here, that's the ALS 1306. There is something there in the middle called radio interface. Now, Ameritron sells a ton of products that essentially will let you have the radio transmit right to that amplifier and make the radio literally a 1.2 kilowatt receiver. That's it, literally. I mean, you tune bands, change frequencies, whatever. The amplifier is just going to follow it automatically along. So instead of having a 100-watt rig, you've got a 1200-watt rig. Pretty cool. That's with an optional cable that you get from Ameritron. So we're going to show quickly how you tune it and how you get ready to use it. We'll do it in a split screen format. Here, first of all, is a better view today of the tuner. This is the MFJ 998. It's a full legal limit tuner. It works lickety split on antenna mismatches that can be incredible. Like, you should change your antenna. Okay, so that's one of the ones we're going to use today is right there. Next one's going to be a closer up view on the 1306. Okay, so we'll get the 1306 on the screen. We'll mix them together so that you'll have an opportunity to see both of them working together. That's going to be the goal here. So if we can get you to see both the 1306 and the MFJ 998 and how they interact, works great, because you can see how important that antenna tuner is. So first thing, we'll get you on the tuner. This is the MFJ 998. We're going to add you directly to the the Ameritron ALS 1306. And I'm doing my best to add that, and we'll do it. Give me a second. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. All right. And that's good. So you're going to see both of those. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add the radio as well. So this will be on, it's just on a, this is simply, just so you know, it's just featuring at this point the Yaesu 101. Okay, that's all. It's just the Yaesu 101. So you're going to see all three of them. I'll put myself in here and turn the light out so you can see me. Hopefully you won't see me like I'm in a cave. That's the whole point. Okay, so top left corner up there is the 998. That's the first line of defense to protect that tuner from too much RF coming back down. Then you see directly above me the LS 1306. To my right, technically it's my left, but it is the Yaesu 101 MP. All right, so we'll do first the way you tune it. Once you hook up all those connecting cables, you're going to take your mic, you can AM, CW, doesn't matter. I use CW, go down to 5 watts, make sure you just stay there at 5. I've got it highlighted on the rig cam. We go at 5 and we just key it. That's it. Watch up top. Okay. You see what happened on the MFJ 998. If we take a look carefully at the 998, you see it says up top, we have forward 3.1, reflected 0.5 from 5 watts. Now, we'll put in line the amplifier. Now, I'm going to zoom in on the amp because I want to make sure that the amplifier is zoomed in, because I want you guys to be able to see just how much you can get power-wise out of this. I think it's important. So we're going to try and do our best to get you in on the whole thing so you can see everything all together working in tandem, because that way it helps you. Hopefully you can see the meters. The power meter on the ALS 1306 is the one that's on the right, okay? On your right, and then you'll see the tone, which will appear here, top left corner. I'm pointing a pen. That is the 998 MFJ Auto Tuner. Now, when I click a tone, it's stable. The carrier is stable. It's going to show what the increase in power is. When you talk, big difference. The power output is trying to keep up with you, but the LCD can't possibly keep up with every single watt and word you're using. Look at the MFJ 998, or get yourself an aftermarket power meter to watch your watts. That's it. 998. I'm sorry, the Ameritron ALS 1306 has a brilliant meter on it. Literally where the two arcs meet for SWR is 1 kilowatt. Okay, let's put out that 5 watt tone. Okay, 5 watts. You can see once we put the 5 watts out and we're on 20. Good. Operate. Good. CW. All right. Good. So we're good there. That's how you tune it. You just click this here, put the 5 watt tone, and then as you go, you continually add more power. Okay. I wouldn't drive this amplifier higher if you can help it. And the reason why is because you don't want to burn out the FETs. It's just not worth it, okay? Make sure you go antenna tuner, then amplifier, then your radio. The antenna tuner will protect your radio from any excessive SWR that could blow it. You don't want it to do that, right? So don't do it. That's the most important part. John from Maine, good to see you. Good to see you. Smoking Ape is here as well. Just a second. There we go. I had to hit the switch. I've hooked up the MFJ 1700C to this, which we'll do a show to show you how to hook it up. That's important to know. So once we do, we'll go back down here to 5 watts. Okay, 5 watts makes 99 to 100 watts. So 100 watts at 14.165. Let me just ID. K7HN testing. All right, so we'll move it up now to 20 watts. Again, 20 watts through, if you take a look right up there, that's the MFJ 998. We'll key a, what is it? We're at a 20 watt tone, simply a CW tone. That's all I'm doing, CW tone. We will key the mic. We'll see what we get for power. 550 watts, okay? So at 550, we're 20 watts drive, 550 out. Okay, so let's go up to 40 watts at 14.165. Again, emit the tone. Doesn't take much. This amplifier is really quick and it's very strong. Like I said, 1.5 kW. Yeah, don't do it though. Save the FETs. It's better. So if you go down to, what are we at? 35 watts. 35 watts of power gives us 1,030 watts or so. Okay? So we'll see if we can make a quick hello. It's a little late in the day, but we'll try and do our best. Let's go on 20 and we'll close the show. Again, this is about showing how to hook it up. That's it. That's all we're trying to do. We're on 40. So we're at 14.164. K7HN testing. K7HN clear. Okay, so we're at 14.164. We've got a big monster signal right here. 2 of them actually. A lot more DX here today than yesterday. Let me get the right mouse here for you guys. And use it with the right fingers, and yeah, it makes it so much easier. Turn this off. There we go. All right. We got some big signals here, and let's just get those on the screen and find out what happened. Once I flipped the mouse, it just kind of went wonky. So here we go.
Latitude. I'm in far north Texas, about 50 miles due north of Dallas. So, but it's hard to tell from the map. The map is kind of little from where I'm sitting. Anyway, not too much. Just got on the radio. I exercised and came in to see what, wanted to see if Asia was coming through, but
see if you make a quick call to Texas.
I haven't heard any Siberian Russians or Korea, Japan, or anything like that tonight. So,
and again, this is using the ALS 1306 with the MFJ 998 auto tuner compared. They're just paired together, making them work. The correct way to hook them up. And then once you do hook them up, maybe making a couple of QSOs with them.
4-stack, a 4-element mono
band. We'll do this.
100.
This is going to be a little long. All right, so we'll be at, if someone wants to make a quick little CQ call, just a second. Let me go back and tune this, but I don't want to blow your eardrums out because that's nasty. Okay. We're good. Let me go up a little ways in power. So we'll go at 35 watts. It should be fine. Yeah, 30 watts is 1,050 watts. We'll make a couple of calls. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. John C., you were on the show yesterday. John asked about the feedback in the microphone. And John, great question. Great question. You see how it's different now. We're on 20. You don't hear it because for whatever reason we're high enough in frequency, the RF doesn't bother us. Smoking Ape, we are on 220. This is a 240 volt service that we've got now on here. So let's see if we can put it all together and make a QSO. Okay? Thanks for coming, everybody. It's truly a joy to see you. All right, CQ on 20 meters. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ. CQ live on Ham Radio, live on YouTube. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ to any station anywhere and listening. That's basically how you do it. We'll try one more call. CQ, Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, live on YouTube, Sam Radio Live, streaming to the world. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling CQ on 20 and listening. There you go. So it gives you a good idea of how it works. Again, if we just emit a tone, let's go with just a tone, here's how much power we're putting out. See? But when you look at the meter that's on the forward power of the MFJ 998, it won't show that much because, again, we're talking peak envelope power. Please keep that in mind. Don't forget the RCA jacks for your ALC as well as your relay controls. Very important. That's what helps key your amplifier. So, Scotland is in the building. James, my goodness, it's an honor. I am so grateful you're here, man. Congratulations. Man, that makes the world. Thank you, James. Thank you very much. What a joy. My goodness, we got lots of folks. Eric's here too. Kilo 3 Echo Lima Golf. Nice to see you, Eric, as well as everybody else. Okay, so if you're going to be tuning up this amplifier, that's how you do it. Inline 998 or a suitable legal limit auto tuner. This thing's going to run you higher than 1.2 kilowatts. It will. Just saying, make sure you get a suitable auto tuner for it. Don't go 1,000-watt tuner and try and keep it under. You don't want to blow the auto tuner up. Just do it the right way for the first time. Okay? Then hook it up to the ALS 1306. It's a monster tuner. It's going to work for you well and protect that amplifier, and the amplifier is going to make great calls. Okay? That's it. We'll see if we can maybe, why not? We'll jump in. We'll see if we can say hello to somebody. The band's pretty full today.
With a different bass. The little key formation type bass. It's not little by any means. It's quite heavy.
Now I'm going to tune down here because we have changed. And we're good still. We're good. Okay, we got 865. We'll go up to 35. About 1061. All right, here we go.
Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, generally the rebar cage would be. Now, if you do, let's say,
and by the way, what you just saw was a mistake. You don't tune on frequency. That was my mistake. So there you go. I shouldn't have done it. IQ, nice to see you. That was on me. Never tune on frequency. Move for over, whether it's upper or lower side, but just move away. That was my mistake.
Some footers, cement footers or rebar footers at the bottom to raise it up so it's not touching the ground.
Kilo 7 Hotel November for a quick one.
Good. Hold on a second. Who's the breaker?
Kilo 7 Hotel November. Want to apologize for tuning on frequency. Forgive me.
Oh, Kilo 7 Hotel November, W0RAC. Where you at?
W0REC, you're talking to Independence, Oregon. We do a live YouTube show that you're on right this minute. It's called Ham Radio Live. So your call sign is W0REC, is that correct?
Negative. Radio Italy, Charlie, W0RIC. Nice to see you. I think this is Larry. And if you tuned up on our QSO, then let's see, today, let me look, today, 5 Hail Marys and 10 CQs for you, over.
You're so funny. I will do it. All right. I'll pay my penance. All right, brother. Well, listen, we just wanted to say a quick hello. Thanks a lot. And please forgive me for tuning up on frequency. Didn't mean to do that. Whiskey Zero, Radio Italy Charlie, Kilo 7 Hotel November. We're clear.
Yeah, well, before you go, say hi to Gavin, Whiskey Alpha 7 Mike. He might hear you too.
Gavin, are you there? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November.
Yeah, Roger. I copy you quite well. I'm located in Arizona, and you have the name correct, Gavin. And my call sign, Whiskey America 7 Mexico. Roger.
QSL, Whiskey America 7 Mexico. Thank you so much, Gavin. Pleasure to meet you. I'll send you guys a copy of my mistake of tuning up on frequency here on the show. I feel terrible about that. Guys, I'm very sorry. I'll give you both a quick 73, and both of you are 5'9", strong. I mean, you're pounding in my signal here into Western Oregon. Thank you. Whiskey Zero Radio Italy Charlie and Whiskey Alpha 7 Mexico. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Merry Christmas, guys. God bless you.
Okay, Larry. All the best to you and the family. Be safe out there. Don't forget to wash your hands. Wear your DX mask. And please don't forget those 10 CQs high. That'll be good for you. A7HN with WA7M, W0RIC. Happy holidays. 7-3.
73 K7HN clear.
73, take care.
All right, so there you go. That's how the ALS, the ALS, I almost said that something else. It's the Ameritron ALS 1306. How you work it with an auto tuner. Put the auto tuner in first. It protects the amplifier, and then you can go ahead and just make sure make all your interconnections carefully, securely, and then make sure you tune off frequency, and you should be fine. Okay, this amplifier is truly a monster. It's just out. I mean, the thing is just out, and I feel it every now and then from time to time. The fan coming out, the fans are not that bad. They're, you can hear them, but you don't hear them on the radio. At least I don't. And I'll tell you, be honest, it comes out cold. Ameritron ALS 1306, first two QSOs, Japan, Brazil, within 3 minutes of each other. It's a strong performer, and that is on the that's on the high gain AV680 vertical, which is too low. It's at 33 feet. Should be about 10 to 15 feet higher. It'd be much more efficient. So, a lot of power. And please, if you do run power, if you're one of those guys that wants an 811H, which is a fantastic amplifier, in fact, it's the best-selling amplifier of all time, please protect it with an antenna tuner, whether it be an auto tuner or a manual tuner. It's so important. Ham Radio Live exists to help people that are in the hobby to get on the air and get licensed up. We also work on helping you with products that might be helpful to you. John, I haven't forgotten you. I promise, John, we'll work on the General today. I do have that show ready, just have to produce it. We've got some big news. For folks that follow YouTube channels, there is a man who I think the world of, who really helped me through a lot of stuff. If you've ever watched the show Ham Radio Basics with Jim Heath, his call sign is W6LG. We're going to have him live on the show tomorrow from Rockland, California, talking about ham radio stories, taking your questions. That'll be live tomorrow. That'll be at noon Pacific. That's going to be at 20 Zulu. So 20 Zulu, noon Pacific time. Join us tomorrow as we have a talking, nice visit with W6LG. That's Jim Heath. Great guy. Greg just got his technician last week. My goodness gracious, that's awesome, dude. Yeah. Well done. Oh, man, that's cool. Oh, you can't lose that call. KF0 cuz. You got to keep that. That's cool, man. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Charlie Union Zulu. That's awesome. I'm KFO cuz. That's awesome. Don't change that call sign, Greg. Hold on to it. New technician. Yeah. And Ward Dixon with a good point. Always remember that it goes radio, amplifier, tuner, antenna. Okay? Think of them as a stack. Antenna's to the top, antenna's way up here, and you got your antenna tuner right there. Protects your amplifier, then your amp, then your rig, and you're solid. Ground your connections, make sure they're tight, and you're good to go. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for being here. And Ward, thanks for the real good information. That is very, very true. Congratulations to Ham, Greg, Kilo Fox 0 Charlie Union Zulu, and We got another one here too. There's two that are on the show right now. I want to get John back on the screen, but I have so many cords that are in my way. John from Maine, pleasure to be with you again. And we're going to work on getting you up to general. We're going to work it up for both you, hopefully, and for Greg. Try and get you guys up to the general. We'll have some great general questions for you soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you very shortly. Please subscribe. We do not monetize this channel. I do it to do something, to be kind. So you could help me by not doing anything but just subscribing. You don't have to give me a tip. You don't have to watch commercials. Just subscribe so people can find the channel within YouTube. Until next time, and it will be later today, we will do the general class here, a little bit of general questions, and we'll see about making some QSOs. Until then, everybody, my friend Ward, the Smoking Ape, Eric, Greg, Ward, everybody, thank you for watching. It's an honor and privilege to do the show. Till next time, God bless you. See you soon. Thanks for watching. My name's Larry. Call signs Kilo 7 Hotel November. Until next time, goodbye, everybody.